Have you ever said something to your child and immediately wished you could take it back? Maybe in a moment of frustration, you blurted out, "Why are you so stubborn?" Or, "You never listen." And then you saw it. The way their face dropped, the way their energy shifted. My friend, words are powerful. And today, we are going to talk about how the words we speak over our children shape their identity. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." Think about that for a moment. Death and life. That means every word we speak is either planting seeds of life or it's seeds of destruction. And as parents, we are either raising children who are strong, confident, and secure in their identity, or we are unknowingly tearing them down. But today, we're going to shift that. Let me ask you this. What words were spoken over you as a child? Were they words that built you up or words that made you feel like you were never enough? Many of us are still trying to shake off that negative words spoken over us. "You are too slow. You are not smart enough. You will never amount to anything." Wow. And because words create identity, many of us as adults are still living in the shadow of the words that we heard as children. But here's the good news. We can break the cycle. We can choose to speak life. Now let's look at just a little bit of science behind this. We know that words don't just stay in the air. By now, we already know that. Words create anchors in our subconscious minds. Every time we repeat something, our children begin to believe it about themselves. If we constantly say to them, "You are so difficult," their mind anchors that as part of their identity. But if we say, "You are strong and kind, and I love how you solve problems," their mind begins to accept that as truth. You can even play back in your mind how you believed certain things about you. They were things that were said to you, not necessarily you even coming to the realization of it. But because you believed it, you started living it out and you became that thing that was said about you. So this is what we want to do. We want to begin to pay attention to the words that we speak. And if we catch ourselves saying something negative, we're going to pause. Then we will reframe it. So for example, instead of "You are always making a mess," we can try saying things like, "I love how creative you are. Let's find a way to clean up together." So instead of saying "You never listen," you want to say things like, "Oh, I know you can hear me and I trust that you will make a good decision." I personally would love to say things like, "Oh, I know you are learning to pay attention," instead of "You never sit at a place and focus." So every one of us, we're going to make it practical. For the next 7 days, I challenge us, I'm equally on this table, every morning, we're going to look at our children, our child, and say one powerful affirmation over them. It could be "You are wise," "You are loved," "God has an amazing plan for your life." And then we want to watch what happens. Or if there is something you know your child is struggling with to comply to, or you are struggling with, you've been talking to them about it and they are yet to conform to that you have been saying, change it into some powerful words and speak it over them to their hearing. And then we want to watch what happens. Because as we change the words we speak, we will start to see the change in our children's confidence, in their behavior, and even how they see themselves. Why? Because words create. So the words we speak to them will begin to create their world. If this resonated with you, I want you to type, "I choose to speak life," in the comments. Let's declare it together. And if you know a parent who needs to hear this, let's share this video with them. Let's build a generation of children who walk in confidence, identity, and God's purpose. God bless you.